record. Sorry guys, for you, those of you that missed the beginning, I forgot to hit record, but we just all introduced ourselves, got to know each other a little more, and we are just opening it up for like one-on-one coaching in group style and sharing open dialogue, what's working. I can share a little bit of how I'm changing up my systems a little, and just kind of go from there. I just want to mentor you guys and help you with what you need help with versus just talking. So anyone want to start? Any questions, or I can always dive into stuff. So I want to open it up to you guys first.
I can start real quick. I talked to Courtney the other day that like since I'm teaching and I'm at a new state, it's been like a whirlwind of a year, and I'm like excited to like dive into like more things than I've been doing this summer. But I've been like consistent about like sharing things on my story for like probably like 2 months now. I feel like there's always been like something on it, whether or not it's a workout or a shake or my life or whatever it is. And it's like totally paying off because so many people like reach out to me and like comment on things or whatever. And I'm like, this is so fun. Like, but between like people I haven't talked to in forever and family and cousins, like so many, like there's been a handful of people that are like, what program is this? Or what is this workout? Or blah, blah, blah. So I think that's, I guess, a successful thing is just like consistently doing that, because I kind of like it because it's not like on your feed. It just like goes up there and then it goes away. And anyone that wants to look at it can look at it. And then you can like totally see who's looking at it. And like the same people are always looking at it. And I'm like, this is either really entertaining for them or like, I don't know. I'm just like sweating. I don't know why they like watching this, but it's the same people all the time that are watching it. So,
it's inspiring for them.
Yeah. So, and that's what I was talking to Courtney about the other day is that, that like I have friends that are like doing things that literally I do that aren't Beachbody. Like my friend, like I shared a couple things of me doing stuff on pull-up bar, and she was like, "Oh, I just went and bought a pull-up bar," and I'm like, "She can't even do a push-up, and her arms are like this big." But like, you go, girl. But I'm like, the only reason why you bought a pull-up bar is because you saw me doing pull-ups. I didn't see that, and we're very good friends, so I would like never like be like, "Oh, you did that just because I did that." But like, I can totally say that behind closed doors. So I'm like, yes, it's working. So there's my spiel.
And that's something, I love it. And that's something too that like is important to share, because even though you didn't invite her to Beachbody yet, or she's not doing Beachbody yet, she's still looking up to you as an influence and trusting in you for other recommendations. And that's why I say sometimes too, we are a brand. Like we are not just Beachbody. We are not just one thing or the other. Like I've been sharing, this is why, I just share my life openly anyways, but like why I share I went to acupuncture, why I share I go to therapy, why I shared those rubber straws today. And I had someone be like, where'd you get those? Amazon. Okay, it's building that trust through other things, whether it's Beachbody or not, but it's showing who we are as a person. And that girl looks up to you enough to be like, okay, Hannah can do this really cool move on a pull-up bar. She's going to try it and be like, oh my God, this is so hard. Like, I can't do that. But she trusts you, and that's awesome. And your point of consistency paying off is so true also, because people do watch and they see when we're consistent, and that's when it may take months of someone watching. And I too like to guess, like, why is this person watching my story? Because it is the same people every day, and some of them I'm like, I know they have straight up told me like rudely that they aren't interested, but they still watch me every single day. And I'm like, this one girl, I'm not going to name any names, but she went to Penn State with me, and she watches me. She straight up said, I have no interest in what you do. Don't even ask. And I was like, okay, cool. I was just asking how you're doing, like genuinely. Like, it's been a while. This was like 2 years ago that she said that, if not more. And she is the first one to watch my stories every day. I don't know why you're watching. I think someday I'll ask her, just be like, hey, like, I know you're not interested at all. I'm just curious why you watch every day then, because they're one, either inspired, two, entertaining, 3, they have nothing better to do, or maybe they deep down are interested and they just think they aren't yet. Like, you really never know, but it's kind of a fun guessing game to play. But that consistency will absolutely pay off. And I want to set up, I'm opening up one-on-one calls starting next week. I needed to wait till this craziness of a week was over, but starting next week and into June, I'm going to be opening up one-on-one calls again. So Hannah, definitely set one up with me and we can like game plan on your strategy for end of school year. How many days are you counting down?
Yeah, next Friday's the last school day. So, and this is like super funny, so I'll share this. I think I shared it in like the group thing. So my one cousin, a guy cousin, he's very funny, just like has a sarcastic like sense of humor, and he's older, probably like 5 years older. He like wanted to start drinking the shakes, and like my dad gave him like the packets at like his son's first birthday, because my dad, like, I need to share like a picture. I like kind of want to get my dad's approval first, but I don't know if he'll care, but he's like not on social media at all. But like, I wanted to show like he's lost like a good like 30 or so pounds and like is a lot healthier now, and wasn't all because of the shakes, but like he like ran a lot, but then like stopped running because of like knee problems, but like has maintained the same weight just because of nutrition. So I'm like, you go, Dad. But he like has helped me with like so many connections, because like he's lost all this weight and he's like a grandfather. Like, he has 2 grandkids now, and people are like, how the hell are you losing all this weight and you're like old and have 5 kids and 2 grandkids? And I'm like, yay, Dad, you're promoting me. But anyway, my cousin like texts me all the time about the shakes and how they like make you have to go to the bathroom. And this week he texted me, he's like, so order me some more poop shakes. Oh my God. And like, this is my guy cousin that's like 5 years older than me, and I'm like, this is so awkward. But anyway, well, so I ordered him yeah, and I was like, okay, like, and he only ordered like 1 month's worth in like small packets, because he like doesn't have them on the weekend, I guess. And I'm like, okay, do you want like the monthly now, or like do you want the big bag or just the small one still? And he like said, I don't know, he's like so sarcastic and weird but funny, and he's like, no, jury is something about a jury or something. And I'm like, he's like, I still just want 1 month. I'm like, okay, that's fine, I'll get it sent to you. I'm like, why am I talking to my guy cousin about these like poop issues?
Paying so much more for shipping with that. If he wants to set it up on HD, he can always go in and edit it if he doesn't want it for a month or something. Like, wait till the next month or rotate it or whatever. But he would save a ton on shipping if he cares.
Yeah, I know. I kind of told him that, but I think he's like afraid of committing to it, but yeah, whatever.
That's awesome though. Awesome. Jay is on. All right, any questions, girls? Pam, I know I have Voxer messages from you. I haven't read them yet, but how's your first like week in the business going?
It's fine. I've just been like so busy with life that I know everyone always says like, oh, whenever you start something new, it's like never a good time. It's never a good opportunity. But I swear to God, I like pick the worst possible time to start actually coaching and like start training. So I'm really trying to like really do my best to kind of do everything that's going on, but I'm just really not where I want it to be at this point with the training. I clearly want it to be done a while back, but I'll get there.
Well, and remember what I said too, action is more important than the training. So
yeah, that's true.
That's Club 2. You can easily still help 2 more people in the next week, because I know that was your goal for 3 for the month. You can easily do that without, sorry, I have so much food in my teeth, without finishing the training. So remember that action is the most important. And then 2, I know like every single person on this call and in our team right now is just going through some sort of craziness in life. And what I always say is lean into it. Like, being a coach is the best thing you can do during a busy season. Like, I think I would go insane right now with all we have going on if I wasn't taking care of myself first. Like, what we do as coaches and what we help other people do is taking care of ourselves first and foremost, and just passing that on. So of course, doing your workout like you're already doing. You're doing amazing at posting. Like, Go look at her post. She had Confidently Conquer. Is that your new Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
Confidently Conquer. Her posts have been so full of value. So be proud of what you're doing, first of all, and know that you can get a lot done in really short periods of time. So instead of thinking, oh my gosh, I have all this training to do, focus on doing my workout, drinking my shake, listen to a book on your way to work on your commute, multitask there. And then, wait, do you work from home or do you work in the office?
No, I work in an office.
PD in the headphones.
Yeah.
And then inviting. Like if you had to pick one thing during this crazy season to do, it would be inviting and sharing this with other people, because that's going to start building your business and taking that action and getting to where you want to go. Whereas you'll have forever to watch a training video. So just focus on those things and know that, and you can share, like, my life is crazy right now, but I have these things that are making me stay grounded and that are making me stay sane and helping me stay like my best self and with energy and all this stuff, because that's the beauty of it. And I always tell people, lean in when life gets hard instead of backing out, because we're all here for each other. And really the best thing you can do is take care of your health. So look at it that way, reframe your mindset on it a little bit and be like, it's awesome that I'm crazy busy. That's what I'm trying to do right now too. Like, I literally just made a post that like, I won't have an office for 3 months and I won't have a routine for 3 months. But you know what? My business can explode during that time, because I'm showing people that, hey, you don't need a lot of time to build a business. You just need to do little things in short amount of time. And you like, I love routine. I'm a very structured person, but like, I'm going to have to not have a great routine for 3 months, but stick to like my morning routine and have that time for me and just go from there. So hopefully that helps a little bit.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It definitely does. It's like so much easier said than done, but yeah.
Just do it. Nike. Jay, show your face. Hannah too. Court, do you have any questions? Did everyone see Courtney's team name? I love it. I'm obsessed. Court, share why you decided to come up with a team name. What, not like you can share the story behind it, but more of like why now and where do you see it going? Like what's driving you?
I think it's just really important to have kind of something solid to invite people to. Not that I have any working coaches, but I feel like it's easier to bring someone onto a team with a name that is actually a thing versus like this opportunity that's up here in a cloud or something, you know what I mean? So I thought it was just really important that's been on my heart for a long time. And I thought I had to actually have like a full team to make a name. And then I was like, I feel like this will give me a little bit of more of a push actually, just to like actually do something with it now. So I just felt like it was time.
It was. And I love it. Yeah, guys, our team name, and anyone is welcome to use our Team Exceed the Dream name when you're inviting to our team. Like, I don't mind at all. So if you're not ready for that, don't feel like you have to, but also know, and I empower you to make your own team name. Like, I made my own team name as an Emerald coach, and we're like a part of Team Inspired Life, and we're all a part of Team Destination, and we're all a part of Team Upper Room. Like, there's all these teams within teams. But I knew right away, like, I want to have a team. Like, I want to have a vision. I want to bring people to these conferences and to Summit and change people's lives. So my team name was made sitting on a beach in Ocean City, Maryland, like sitting there like, what's my team name going to be? And like Tyler and I went through so many options, and finally I was like, okay, I think that's it. Like, I had no working coaches at the time either, I don't think. I don't even remember. If I did, they're not here anymore. And that happens. So just that always is going to happen. But it really just came from an idea and comes from a vision and comes from what you want. So, and Courtney has a great point of it gives her like almost this extra added credibility. Like, oh, I'm joining Team Bloom. Like, and you have such a great reason behind it and a story, and like, that's going to connect with people as well. And like, I always talk about daydreaming at my cubicle. So like that's part of why I came up with Exceed the Dream, because I really never thought a life like this could exist. Like working from home, still having a career, like best of both worlds. I never saw it. I either saw my stay-at-home mom or my working dad, and I was like, I want to combine the two. So that's kind of where my team name came from. Now you don't have to have some like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm still like, oh, I kind of wish I named something different, but I'm like too far gone for that. But it's still so meaningful to me. But you can all come up with your own team name literally at any time, literally as coach status, like before you even hit Emerald. Now I wouldn't go create a bunch of resources and trainings and all that because we have that, and that's just recreating the wheel. But you can invite them to that team name. And I love that Courtney did that. Jalen, where the heck is your face? It's probably like watching The Bachelor or something. Oh, did I call you out?
Yeah, well, I actually just got back to my room. It was playing while I ran downstairs real quick. And literally as soon as I get back, I hear my name. I was like, wait. Yeah. I'm finishing laundry and packing. So I'm like sweating, like running all over the house.
Your face is all red.
It's so hot in my room.
Okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow where it's snowing.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions, anyone? Or let me share a little bit about my system real quick then. So you guys have access to all my systems, all what I say, everything. I'm like redoing them a little bit to make like one pagers to make it more simple. But something I got away from doing a little bit, and I didn't even realize that I'm bringing back, is when someone's interested, I heard all these coaches just being like, I just give them all the information at once. So I started doing that. Now, not word vomiting. We have to be very careful not to be like, and you get this and this and this and this, because then that just overwhelms them. But I made like PDFs that was like, here's what my virtual gym is like. Here's the info. Here's why we do it. Here's the packages, like made it look pretty. But something that I used to do is I have them fill out a whole survey about themselves, about their goals, about just so much stuff to learn more about them. And I kind of lost that middle piece. Like I absolutely worked with them individually on their goals once they were interested, but there was just so much. You hear some coaches doing this, some coaches doing that. But my system to streamline it still, but really get to the bottom of, and Pam is a great example for this. So really get to, you'll see what I mean in a second, but get to the bottom of like what they want, why we would be good to work together, is just leaving like an open-ended question for them. I do this with coaches all the time, but I don't do it as much with my clients, like figuring out why they're interested in my virtual gym or in the nutrition group. Like I more have just been giving them the information once I know they're interested, but missing that piece of, well, really, why are you interested? Like, what are your goals? So I'm not even going to have them fill out a survey. I personally, and what I recommend is going directly to email once they're interested. It helps me stay organized. To me, it seems more professional. It just gives you all your people who are interested in one place. You don't have to. That's what I personally do, and it keeps things organized. But when they say they want more information or they're interested, or especially if someone's just like, well, what's the cost, or what's this, or what's that, I say, hey, I can't wait to get to know you more. Like, let's chat on email. My first step is going to be sending them an email and just straight up saying, I wrote these down earlier. I'm going to ask them like 4 questions. And say whether they're interested or they're asking me a question. And I would just say, I'd love to ask you a couple questions first to see if this would be a good fit. That way they know I'm not pressuring them into anything. I really want this to be a good fit for them. So the questions I'm going to ask them in the email, and you can write these down, but I'm also going to post these for you guys as soon as I type them up, are what are your goals in the next 30, 60, and 90 days? 2, what do you struggle with more, fitness or nutrition? And 3, here's the question I really want to know for them. I want to hear your story. What's worked for you in the past and what hasn't? I love novel length emails, and this is my chance to really get to know you. You already know a lot about me from following me on Instagram, and I want to get to know more about you. And then the last one, are you ready to make an investment in your health and fitness? Because they have to know it's an investment and it's not free. That 3rd question, though, is really where I want to hear, like, I literally am going to type up, I love novel length emails. This is my chance to get to know you. Because here's the thing. People who follow me on Instagram literally can know my life story. Like, they will know every little detail about me, not every little, but whatever I share. Whereas all I normally see from them is their little picture. And that doesn't tell me much. And those couple messages that we sent back and forth. And that's going to give them a chance to either really open up or maybe show us that we're not the best fit for each other. Like, if someone emails me back from that and just says, yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Like, are they really wanting to make a change, and are we really going to be the best fit for each other? I don't know. We'll see. I'll give them options. But when someone can then tell me, because the more we share too, the more we're sharing our story, someone's going to know bits and pieces of my story and relate to it. So then I'll get to see how they're relating to my story. Because if they write me an email of, well, I see that you used to eat ice cream out of the container at night too, and I do that. And then I know, okay, Shakeology is really going to help them. They need a nutrition plan. Like, I can dive more into what they need, but they know so much about me and I don't know so much about them. And this is giving them that chance to, heck, write me like a 5-paragraph essay. Like, and this is why I said Pam was a good example, because mine and Pam emails back and forth when she was deciding to coach. I said, here, watch this video. Tell me what interests you and about you. Some people just literally will write a sentence and they normally don't end up joining. Pam literally wrote me like a 5-paragraph essay and was like, I love your story. We're so much alike. We have this, and this in common. And I felt the same way about this. And I do this and that. And immediately I'm like, I want to work with this girl, because we had that connection then. And it really shows the both of us, like, our personalities, what we're like, how we're going to be like working together. And like, obviously here you are on the call. Like, literally, as soon as I see an email like that, I'm like, this is my person.
I thought you were going to think I was an absolute lunatic, but I was like, well, you're not going to understand like what I'm doing and why I want to do this or why I'm hesitating if I don't tell you like literally this entire novel length story. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm just going to tell her. And if she thinks I'm crazy, then she just won't reply back.
No, and like, that is why I even want to say in this email I'm giving it is like, write me a novel, because I love personally deep conversations. Like, my favorite quality time is like just sitting around a fire with friends and getting into those like deep life conversations. So why would I not open up the chance for someone to share with me when they do know a lot about me? It's always awkward when I'm like out somewhere and someone's like, are you Emily? And I'm like, yeah, like, what all do you know about me? Because I share so openly, which is great because people can trust me. But I want to know just as much, not just as much, but I want to know a lot about that person. And again, that's going to tell you what they need help with. They may not need Lift 4 and Recover and all this stuff. They may need what's best for them, which is all of our packages are basically, I'm going to recommend the same things and let them pick. But it can then show them, like, or I can talk more specifically to what they specifically need. But it's still efficient and quick because I'm going to send that same email to everyone asking for their goals pretty much. I'll personalize it based on what I already know from them. And then, of course, send a very personalized email back after they send me a novel. But then everything else is like, okay, I know what I'm going to recommend. I have an email for that. Like, I still want you guys to have an efficient, streamlined business because you get into this business to not work all day. You get into this business to work in your pockets of time with that personal connection and still really learning a lot about that person. But this is why I also love and recommend email, because in Instagram, that would take a lot of little messages back and forth. And I don't feel like people are going to open up and write a novel in an Instagram message, but in an email, that's totally different. So that's just personally what I'm doing. And then you can break down what's included. And just with the notes I took from this video I watched today, you pour back into them to like relate to their story, obviously, like just say what you would say from their email, and then break down the challenge pack options. So you talk a little bit about Beachbody, including 800 workouts, and then you could mention my favorites are XYZ, your about Shakeology and your own personal testimonial story with it, which I do that as well. And then what all you use from Beachbody as well, because the way she phrased it that I listened to was, if someone asks you, say you have really good hair, I don't, but say you have really good hair, and someone's like, what all hair products do you use? She's like, I'm not going to just tell them about my toner, which I don't even know what a toner is for hair, but I'm not going to tell them about my toner because that's not the only thing helping my hair be good. I'm going to tell them about what shampoo I'm using, what conditioner, what toner, what this, what that. I don't even know all the words, but she listed like 7 different hair products she uses. And I was like, well, that is not me. But same thing with Beachbody. I'm consistent in my journey, but not just because of Shakeology. I also use Energize and Recover and Recharge, and I eat snack bars on the go in my car. And I can say those things. I don't buy the beach bars every month, but I always have a couple to grab and go. So this is what they can build up to, and they don't need to pick all that right away, but they have that ability to maybe they get the base pack and they're like, but I really want to drink that yellow drink you have in your stories that I see you every morning doing a dance party with. Like, and that's where this curiosity marketing comes in, because in the mornings, I'm not saying, here's my Energize, like I'm simply doing a dance party, but then in this email, I'll say, and that yellow drink you see me with every morning dance party and gives me the energy for my workouts. So curiosity marketing turning into this. And then you can even say, this is a lot of info. I don't want to overwhelm you, but I want to make sure you know the option is yours of what you're going to invest in today. This is what I would want to know if what I would do if what did I write? This is what I would do if I knew what I know now. I'd pay $600 for a challenge pack, but you are getting it for $180 or whatever. And then you can give those like 3 different options. And the options I've personally been picking lately are like the fitness and Shakeology, obviously just BOD and Shakeology, BOD, Shakeology, and Ultimate Portion Fix, or if they're more nutrition focused, Ultimate Portion Fix and Shakeology and not BOD, or the deluxe pack, so the Beachbody, Shakeology, Energize, and Recover. And like they can mix and match then at that point if they want to add on UPF, but you're explaining it to them. So that was pretty much what I was getting at, was just the whole letting them write a novelty, like ask them what their goals are, get to know them more, because then you're going to be more invested in that conversation as well. Any questions on that, or like thoughts, comments, takeaways? I'm out of breath.
I like the idea of the email, because you're right that like whenever I'm talking to people on Instagram, I like want the conversation to like flow, but then I'm like, wait, I'm writing way too much. Or it's like, when you're writing too much, when it's like, you would run out of space. I'm like, fuck. So I like the idea of like, yeah, send it an email, because you can like write super long and it's not weird.
And then too, as you get used to what you're saying, you can make these snippets and streaks. So like, you don't have to retype that first email every time. You literally just can go down there and click email 1, and that populates for you. So yes, it's still personal because it's your words and what you would say, and then you're going to reply very personally to their email back. But that first email with those questions is always going to stay the same. And that's how you build an efficient, like long-lasting business. Or you're going to be like, Emily, I'm working so much, but you can set up these systems and have them in place so you know exactly what to say in which moment. And if you feel weird asking for email, I personally don't, because I'm just so used to it now, but she said, how'd she phrase it? If you felt weird asking for email, if someone's like, no, or even if you just, I don't know. I personally don't care, because it's just so much easier for me to stay organized. But she said, hey, I know email is weird for some people. Maybe you're not an email person, but it's how I stay organized and have boundaries in my business. So if you're interested, please take a couple minutes and answer my email. And the example she gave was, someone kept like voting on her polls that they were interested, and she already sent them that email with the questions, but they like refused to answer it, but they kept voting that they were interested. And she's like, I know they're not serious if they just won't tell me a little bit about them and like why they want this. Like if they're just looking to sign up, like they can do that wherever, but I really want to get to know that person and work with them. And I also think, so from reading Build to Last, Keith always talks about setting yourself up as the expert, and like you have the pants on in the relationship. And that's another way. I think it's empowering to know, because some people will be like, oh, well, I don't want to be a coach because you have to work all day. And I'm like, no, I have boundaries. Like I shut my laptop at 5 except for team call nights. I don't work at all on the weekends. I have all these boundaries set up in place, and that would be appealing to me if I was looking to be a coach on someone's team and they were like, hey, this is how I stay organized and have boundaries in my business, so I'm not sitting on Instagram Messenger all day. So that's just another way you can say that if someone is like not answering your email, if that's the route that you want to go. Any other questions? Anything? I was going to add something to that halfway through, and now I forget.
I thought of something. So I know, does Tyler do like most of the workouts like with you then?
Yeah, typically. Depends on the day.
Does he drink the shakes too?
Mm-hmm. He
okay.
Doesn't buy his own. I get my Energize and Recover through his account, and then if I have like a little bit of extra, I'm like, yeah, you can have one.
Okay.
He does start. He just was on his college budget, and now that he's starting work, maybe he will, but he does have like some of mine.
Okay. Because like on the weekends he'll like have them too, because we're like heading to the beach and we don't want to eat much, but I'm like, we'll have this because it's delicious and it'll fill you up and whatever. So I was just wondering, because I think that like helps a lot whenever you're like, it's not just me, it's like the people in my household also. And like he was doing and I'm a morning workout person. He's like an after work workout person. So he was like in there doing it this afternoon, and I'm like, and he's like really good about like talking about it like when we're out and about. But awesome. I don't know. Yeah, I was just wondering.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. And every couple is different. Like it took Tyler like a good year and a half to work out with me. And like he still doesn't have his own Shakeology, but he loves it. Like he would drink my whole bag if I let him, but I'm like, no, like these are mine. And he loves Recover. Like it's so funny. I had extra Recover this month, so I was like, hey, you can have this like every day if you want it. And he's like, yes, because he gets so sore from the workouts. It's hilarious. But he loves it all, and it does go to show like, okay, it's not just me. Like people, and I don't talk enough, but my parents drink Shakeology every day, and they have for the 3.5 years that my dad doesn't on the weekends. I don't know why. I'm like, just drink it on the weekends, but they do. And like I made a blog post about it once. I need to re-put it up with my new website, but my grandparents are drinking, like my grandpa was. And I was like, I would not be recommending this to my family if I didn't full-heartedly believe in this and like know what it can do and know how beneficial it is. Like that was not like a favor of them. That was like me being like, I want you guys to be as healthy as you possibly can. Like, please drink this. Like, I'll get it for you. Please, like, be healthy and drink this. So yeah, good question. Any other questions? Court, you look tired. How long have you been up today?
I think I got up at 4:30. I have to get up at 3:30 tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, you're a champ. You're a champ.
I'm like ready for a day off, but it's okay.
Wish I could remember the other thing I was gonna say. I don't know. It will come to me as soon as we hang up. Just something to think of. Summit is like 50 or less days away. So a really good thing I heard today too from a mastermind was a lot of people will go to Summit and get inspired and be like, okay, I really want to take this business seriously now. But then it's like they have to have a fresh start after Summit. And what I want to do is focus our whole team on, let's be really freaking consistent in our businesses and do what we need to do the 50 days leading up to Summit. Because the more consistent you're going to be now and the more invites you're doing now, people will then see you at Summit and be like, okay, I want to be a part of that. That's what she invited me to 30 days ago, but I didn't really understand what it was. And then after Summit, you have all this momentum and you already are used to doing your daily vital behaviors every single day. Whereas it's harder when someone goes to Summit and then they're like, oh, I really want to like get serious now. And they have the momentum, but then it's like starting a whole new routine for them. But if we can do this like countdown to Summit and be consistent for 50 days in our business leading up to it, imagine where you're going to be at come Summit. Like you can be 2 ranks higher. You can be consistently at SC10 or higher. Like you can be all these things. Learn all this new stuff at Summit and then go implement it because you're already being consistent in your business. So I thought that was a good takeaway too, because you're going to learn so much at Summit. The last thing I want you to do is have to learn all that, feel like you have too many things, and start a routine of like being consistent in your business. So really try to these 50 days leading up. We could even come up with like a fun countdown in the team page or like something fun to do together. But this really use this momentum for Summit because that's going to help you have more momentum during and after as well. And I'll be putting up a push to diamond for Summit as well. This is a story for another time, but I need to like set business goals again because I kind of stopped for some reason. I still worked on my business every day, but I think I got scared to set a goal and not hit it from past experiences. Like, guys, I'm growing every day. If you don't know that by now, like, I don't know where you've been, but like, I'll be 100% vulnerable with you guys and tell you what I'm doing well at and what I need to improve on. And I need to improve on setting team business goals again. So I will be setting up a push to diamond for anyone that wants to be a part of it for goal date. If you want to be diamond at Summit, you need to be diamond by June 6th, I believe it is, to get recognized as a diamond at Summit and to be in the diamond track at Summit. So that is really important if you want that. And you can, anyone on this call can do that in the next, 2 weeks it is. So let me know if you want to do that, and I will set up extra one-on-one time with you because that would get you into a whole other level at Summit. It's different this year. Before, we all went to the same big conferences. This year, it's by level. So it's Coach and Emerald, it's Diamond, and 1-star, and it's in 2-star and above at these different conferences, or the different rooms. So you're going to have information specific to you. And if you feel like, okay, I need to be at that diamond level, then you need to be at diamond by June 6th. But I am setting up then a push as well for people who want to be diamond at Summit. We'll know you're diamond. You won't get recognized as diamond, but that's still amazing. So that's just a future heads up. So email me with your goals, email me with what you want to do. And again, I will be setting up one-on-one calls starting next week also. Any last things before we get off? Well, I appreciate you guys all being on. I'm excited to rock some, and it's the year. Oh my gosh, it's May. Countdown to Summit goals with you guys. I'm always here for you 100%. If you haven't watched the Brené Brown documentary on Netflix yet, has anyone watched it? It's really good. We started it when we were going to bed last night, and we're going to finish it after this. Really, really good. Has anyone read any of her books? She studies shame and vulnerability. And it's like, my therapist like a year ago was like, you should read her books with how much you like reading, and I never did. And then I like watched her TED Talk about a year ago and watched it again this morning, and I was like, oh, I like get it all more now. So she's great. She has a bunch of great books. If you want one of them, everyone recommends Daring Greatly first, but watch her Netflix documentary. It's called, just type Brené Brown and it will come up, but it's really, really good, especially for coaches and what we do. So, all right, guys, email me with your goals, email me with what you're pushing for, what you want to do. We'll set up some one-on-ones next week, and have a good night. Thanks for being on. Jay, I'll see you tomorrow.